When you think about other areas you guys are interested in, so you've got kind of the Bitcoin or monetary analysis, you've got smart contract platforms and kind of public blockchains. Are you guys doing anything in NFTs? I saw that you sold an NFT to Von Miller by accident.
Yeah, that was such a funny story.
Tell us the story real quick and then talk NFTs.
So like a year ago, I complained on Twitter that no one ever sends me nice, comfy startup T-shirts. Like I think I have 50 T-shirts from startups. I'm sure you guys too. And OpenSea sent me a T-shirt, and they sent me a card with a T-shirt, and the card had what was clearly a private key scribbled on it. And I took one look at it. I put it into MetaMask. I'm like, wow, this is the ugliest NFT I've ever seen. It was like a bunch of lines, like red and green and white lines. Didn't really make any sense to me. I'm like, what is this? Not? It was not. I appreciated the gesture, and it was a great T-shirt. But I thought it was a totally weird NFT, and so I forgot about it. Actually, I put it on my fridge. And then a year later, I got a DM from Dan at OpenSea. He's like, Nick, the floor price on this thing is like 8 ETH. I'm like, what? What do you mean? He's like, the NFT I sent you, like you need to sell that. And I'm like, okay. And I go back on OpenSea, and like, sure enough, my like ugly NFT is like, I think it was a color glyph, and it was trading. These things were trading like 8 to 10 ETH, and it was like 25 grand. And so I like listed it, and then I saw that someone on OpenSea with the name Von Miller bought it. I'm like, well, that's obviously not Von Miller from the Broncos. And I'm like, I'm a fan of Von Miller, like great player. I'm like, there's no way he's speculating on NFTs. And then
under his own name,
his account on OpenSea tagged his own name. Yeah. The next day, my friend sends me an Instagram post from the Von Miller where he's bragging about the NFTs that he bought.
And yours is in there.
And mine is the fifth one. And he's proud of this NFT. And like, I've immensely conflicted feelings about this, because if I hadn't, because now the floor price on these things is like 3 times higher. It's like very material. It's like 20 ETH now, because Vaughn bought it, and everyone's like, okay, I gotta get my hands on one of these. So I basically should not have sold it to him. I should have just sat on my freaking NFT. But yeah, I do have the honor of having sold an NFT to Von Miller.
Every startup that's ever sent me a T-shirt and didn't send me a NFT that's now worth $75,000 or whatever it is, we're gonna have a conversation now.
Yeah, this is officially my favorite ever startup. No question. I should have worn it today.
How sustainable is all this, right? So we see the crypto punks. It seems like that's like entered into this like social status game that people are playing. No different than why somebody buys an expensive car or watch or whatever. The Ether rocks somehow now have like entered that realm as well. Do you buy the argument that like it's literally just people trying to prove who's cooler, who's richer, who's whatever? Or is there some other fundamental value? Like, how do you evaluate all this?
I mean, people have always played these status games, and there's always someone out there that thinks the objects of status are tacky. Like we might think Lamborghinis are tacky. I certainly wouldn't buy one. So there's always, and in crypto, like the crypto culture is very idiosyncratic and like pretty unique. So I can understand why outsiders find these status objects in the crypto space tacky, but you can't argue with the fact that CryptoPunks, other NFTs have crossed the chasm in terms of being objects of status. Other like mainstream celebrities, Odell Beckham, I think, has one. Did Jay-Z?
Jay-Z changed his profile picture.
And so what it is this like, like gold is recognizable because of its physical properties. So that's why people wear gold jewelry to demonstrate wealth and status. That was the OG version of this. A CryptoPunk, if you include it in your AVI on Twitter, you're demonstrating status in a way that's relatively easy to prove. I mean, of course, you could fake it, but people would sort of figure out that you didn't actually own a CryptoPunk if
If there's one industry where they're going to figure it out, it's crypto.
Yeah, like someone's going to be the detective and figure it out. So, and also you can wear fake jewelry too. So other instruments of status are not, like they can be compromised too. So. There's no question now that owning digital artifacts and using it as a way to prove wealth and status is here to stay. No question. I don't know what the next exciting vintage is going to be, but some of these things probably look like they have staying power.
would you guys ever invest in those types of assets? Forget which one, but like, do you see that as an investment opportunity from a fund that is focused on investing in the industry, or is it too speculative and you're more focused on like the public blockchain's financial infrastructure?
I don't know if I have an edge there. I mean, I can assure you I do not have an edge.
I don't know, man. You were selling to Fawn Miller.
That's my one trade. Maybe we're going to keep it at one trade all time. But yeah, if we were collectibles focused funds, which those totally do exist, and I know funds that are bespoke NFT trading funds, I'm sure they've done well. We would, but we have a mandate, and that's what we do.
What's up, guys? Bang, bang. It's your boy Pomp. Thanks so much for watching the Best Business Show. Our goal is to make this the largest, most actionable business show in the world. And to do that, we need your help. We've partnered with SoFi as our exclusive sponsor because they have a piece of software that we think will help you take the information that we share on a daily basis and make it actionable. We want every single person to pursue and achieve financial security and financial freedom. In order to do that, you gotta act. And SoFi allows you to do it. So you can go to SoFi.com/pomp today. You can open up an account. And when you open up an account, you can invest in all sorts of different types of assets. ETFs, individual stocks, IPOs, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies. They even have an automated investing function. If you want to invest, SoFi can help you. They've got a couple of different offers that you can benefit from. The first, open an invest account and they'll give you up to $1,000 for free. Kind of a no-brainer. Second is if you go on and you buy one of the cryptocurrencies that they offer, they'll go ahead and they'll give you $10 of Bitcoin for free. And third, some of you are saying, I already have a brokerage account. I already have an account somewhere else. Right now, you can get up to $5,000 for transferring your account. That's right. SoFi doesn't care where your current account is, but if you transfer it from that place to SoFi, they'll pay you up to $5,000 for doing it. Why wouldn't you do it? It's up to $5,000 for free. Head on over to SoFi.com/pomp today to get started. And come back tomorrow and watch more of the Best Business Show. Together, we're going to build the biggest show in the world.